Live Long and Prosper, episode 27. And we are at a turning point in Covey's map of the world, which we call the 7 habits of highly effective people. The first 3 habits are to do with you and I developing a level of maturity, moving from dependency, like we are when we're children, through to independency. So we've learned to be proactive, to seize the moment, to seize the day, carpe diem. We've learned to begin in the map in our head with the end in mind. And we learned yesterday to put first things first, to take hold of every day and put the priorities in our diary, in our day, in our 168 hours a week first. Now we're going to learn to become interdependent. For my cooperation with you to create things together way beyond what we could do individually or collectively as groups of individuals. This is about the tribe, the community, the team. You know that I want a tribe of 1,000 people on YouTube, so there's a good example of an end in mind where this moves us in. Principle number 4 then is win-win, or what I prefer to call in nature, symbiosis. Symbiosis is the most exciting model I see in nature. Remember that this series is about models, maps and applications. Models, maps and apps. It's a model where 2 very, very different organisms come together to cooperate and to bring very, very different gifts. I'm near this wonderful church here, St Mary's in Lichen, where there will be lichen on the trees and on the brickwork, on the gravestones. I can see it. And a lichen is a perfect example. A lichen is a symbiotic relationship, a cooperation, a win-win commitment between a plant, an alga, which is very, very good at fixing energy from the beautiful sunshine, and a fungus, which is very, very good at collecting water in dry places, which is why lichen can grow on walls, vertical walls, and difficult situations. Well, there's a metaphor for our time, isn't there? Maybe to get through these difficult times, you need to have a symbiotic relationship, a win-win relationship with somebody very, very different to you. It's been so good for me to go back over Covey's material, because the idea here is win-win is the goal, or no deal. And what we see in life so often is win-lose, where one party, particularly in old-fashioned sales type concepts, were, let's win this deal and get it over on the customer, get one over on the customer, win-lose. I hope that doesn't happen so much anymore, but it still happens. The idea that one party profits to the detriment of the other party. In nature, that's called a parasite and a host. Then there's the more seriously sad one, which is lose-lose, where if you can't win, then nobody can win. And the whole nuclear arms race was based very much on a lose-lose model. Mutually assured destruction, it was called. If you push the button and the missiles hit us, we'll make sure you'll never live again either. Terrible. And there are parallels there with transactional analysis, with something called the OK Corral. And this is, I'm okay, you're okay, I'm okay, you're not okay, I'm not okay, you're okay, you're not okay, and I'm not okay. And this was a wonderful model, that's another map of the world that stood the test of time. And when you're little, when you're tiny, it's very, very easy up to about the age of 5 or maybe even the age of 7 to decide with great evidence that you are not okay. You wet yourself, you can't feed yourself, all these terrible things happen. And then these beings of light come into your life. They're called parents or guardians or older brothers and sisters. And they touch the wall and light appears and you go, wow. You make a mess of yourself with your food or something even worse, and they clean you up and go, there. It's going to be okay. It's very, very easy then, therefore, as a young child to go, do you know what, I'm not okay. but they're okay. And as long as they're okay, they can tell me it's going to be okay, so it'll be okay. And that's the life decision, the life map that most people decide on. You're okay, I'm not okay. But as long as you're okay, that's okay, because I can get positive attention from you. It's a kind of win-win. It's a bit of a weird one. What Eric Byrne with transaction analysis was trying to get us to do was to decide on a more mature model, like Covey's trying to do with the 7 habits of highly effective people. And I say trying to do, I would say succeeding in doing. Byrne is saying, make a decision somewhere on your, make a redecision on your timeline to go, I am okay. And you are okay. And if you are okay and I'm okay, but different, we can do business. We can create win-win outcomes where you give me the kind of attention I require, which might be a hug. It might be money in exchange for goods. It might be just recognition. Good morning, good morning. Life goes on well in a win-win map of the world. And he's saying, make that decision. And that's a redecision for most of us. Depressed people are those who have decided that they're not okay. And other people are not okay. So there's no hope. There's no opportunity for encouragement, okayness, like a fuel to come in from outside. And then the criminal mindset is, I'm okay, you're not okay. So if I'm okay and you're not okay, I can do what I like to you. I think there are some national cultures around the world that have a criminal culture as a mindset. We're okay, you're not okay, do what we say or else. But I'm going to conclude today with Covey's real focus on win-win or no deal. Because I'm a giver. I think I give sometimes because of the wrong reasons. Will you love me if I give stuff to you for free? Maybe that's one of the maps that I need to change. And Covey's really reminded me that if there's not a win in this for me and a win in this for you, then it's no deal. Because there needs to be an exchange. It's a fundamental part of life. It's like respiration. Breathe in and breathe out. Give and take. Ebb and flow of the tides. The changes of the seasons. So I'm going to ask that you think about those relationships and those sales situations that you're in, where you keep giving but you don't get, there's no exchange. That's not okay. For us to move into interdependence, there must be an exchange. So, if you want to live long and prosper, go for the win-win outcome. The win for you, win for me, or no deal. Love, true love, will always find a win-win deal. It's the answer.